All right, stop what you are doing, since right now what you are doing could turn the crypto market completely opposite. Today, the Fed will be acting. Furthermore, depending on their choice, this might either totally destroy the bull run or spark the following leg up. Not about next month or next quarter here. Real time is developing here. Markets are beginning to react already, not only regarding rate decreases, traders, investors, institutions are all observing. It's about momentum, liquidity, and whether crypto keeps sprinting forward or runs against a wall. I'm exactly outlining in this video what is at risk. Nobody is seeing this signal, hence this choice could turn the whole game upside down. So be ready, since what I have to show you might either make or ruin the next action. Let me roll that lovely intro right away. Everyone, what's up? Welcome return. There was plenty to discuss. If you are new to this channel, however, make sure you click like and follow button. Remember also tonight the live stream, baby, it returned. I missed last week. I had to recover from extreme tiredness. You understand? Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. I am hoping to find everyone there. We will discuss where the bull run is headed since we now know the rate cut decision is taken. For myself, give that thumbs up. It supports the channel rather nicely and takes 2 seconds. It tells YouTube, head to hay. This man is really appealing. This material appeals to us. We will thus suggest it to everyone else. Sit back, relax right away. Let us start with Bitcoin. 104.91. Right now it is down 2.2. Ethereum entering at 2,527. Right now it is down 2.25%. XRP is maintaining down that number 4 slot landing in around $2.16. Not too shoddy if one asks me. 3,260 billion total market cap for cryptocurrencies. People enjoy it. What I'm seeing is good. Should you not be a member or subscriber of the new channel, the Bullwinkle Blueprint will be placed atop this video. Make sure you visit there and kindly pay a small subscription. Yesterday's viewing on the channel totaled roughly 9,000. We barely obtained 2,000 subs. For what are we doing, people? Subscribe once more, for free. Instead, we have this HBAR here making some movements. Justin H-bar makes history as the first Layer 1 supported by the Linux Foundation Distributed Trust. It emphasizes how open cooperation creates better distributed networks by stating the LF Distributed Trust of the Linux Foundation. Launching Project Hero, Hedera becomes the first Layer 1 to fully open source and give its key tech, hence transforming Web3's transparency and trust. Big time is what this is. You would find this to be what you enjoy. And Smoke outputs this as well. We have to discuss this team of professionals from Ripple. All of this is recorded. They gained expertise from JP Morgan, BlackRock, Apple, Google, NASA, Federal Reserve, the DTCC, the Department of Treasury, Microsoft, and more. Allow me a question. Among JP Morgan, BlackRock, Apple, Google, NASA, Microsoft, the Fed, and even the U.S. Treasury, what are commonalities? They're all lost top talent to Ripple. Indeed, the business behind XRP, that massive Ripple, isn't some hapless fintech upstart, quietly gathering one of the most outstanding teams in the financial and technological sectors. It is a powerhouse. We're talking with CEOs and engineers from JP Morgan, the banks, the bank of banks, BlackRock, the biggest asset manager on earth, Apple and Google, the tech behemoths creating the digital age, NASA, with whom they literally launch rockets into space. Furthermore, professionals from the Federal Reserve, the DTCC, even the Department of Treasury, are now collaborating with Ripple to change the course of money. Everyone, this is no longer theoretical. Real-world experience supports this real-world utility. They are not constructively building for speculation. For the largest banks, central banks, and organizations around the world, they are developing worldwide infrastructure. You see XRP as simply another coin? Driven by minds that created the legacy system and now envision where it is headed next, this is the digital bridge for institutional money. Therefore, the wise money is behind the scenes while most others are staring at the price charts. And, with a group of caliber, the writing is on the horizon. XRP isn't here to stay only. It is here to absolutely rule. We then get this, and we will just touch on this momentarily, since I want to discuss the Fed rate cuts and where we go from here, and we need much more time. With plans to apply for a global stablecoin license into cross-border payments, cost 90%, and cut settlement times in under 10 seconds, JD.com, China's biggest real retailer. Are you seeing what is happening here? Everybody is creating their own consistent coin. But how do they interact with one another? They do not, however. The problem is that it is like having 50 separate railroads with 50 different track gauges. You lose compatibility even if you might have speed. A neutral bridge asset then comes in handy. XRP exists so for this reason. Nobody owns it, no one nation controls it. It isn't connected to one government. It's scalable, lightning quick, and already linked to more than 70+ banking halls all around. XRP is so acting as a link between everyone else, even as they are all busy constructing their own walled gardens. Therefore, JD.com's announcement that it wants to speed up cell settlement and cut cost confirms what we have known for years. A part of the answer are stablecoins, but without a common bridge, they become only another silo and a worldwide maze of friction. Another wall payment mechanism is not needed in the world. Not yes, none of us. To link them all, we need a trustless neutral bridge. XRP is already in place to be that bridge. Then we have this. The Fed sits frozen as the ECB cuts your rates. Fed had 0 and ECB had 4 cuts since Trump took office. The Fed's anticipated to hold today once more. The widening in the gap and the growing pressure. Should they not move soon, something will break. Jerome Powell will be on stage today at 2 p.m. and will be this to let you know what the next rate-cutting actions are. And if he comes out and states that there are no plans and that we are not going to have any rate cuts, that this is just around future, that would be unacceptable. The conclusion of this bull run arrives this year. We just had 3 to 6 months left maximum on it. It is encouraging if he comes out and says, we will have rate reduction today or beginning next month, but later on this year he will be lowering rates. We will be covering all this tonight on the webcast. Here's the issue as we anticipate another hold from Powell and the crew. No movement, no lifeline, just more pressure melting on an already brittle system. The disparity between the Fed and the ECB is fast expanding. And something always breaks when global liquidity tightens in one area but starts to flow in another. What then follows? Either the Fed blinks and cuts, or we observe the markets fall under the weight of rising dollar, declining credit conditions, and higher rates. The worst part is here. Should the Fed at last act and lower rates, it will unleash a tremendous flood of capital. Risk on assets like Bitcoin. That money has to go somewhere. Hence, they catch fire. Bonds, yields, they would all collapse. Already almost at all-time highs are stocks. While some investors might be hesitant, Bitcoin is still underpriced and explosive. Lower returns and cheaper money as a result of rate reduction indicate a flight into assets with upside. And a Fed turn might spark the next leg of this bull run as Bitcoin supply tightens with ETFs already live and with XRP ETFs on deck. Thus, indeed, the pressure